You are listening to Charting Wealth for Thursday, the 14th of June, 2018. We see stocks down for the day along with 20-year bonds. Gold up 0.28%. Let's jump into the S&P 500. Of course, we're going into our second week of nice up movement. Derivative oscillator heading up. Price percent oscillators dropped off just a little bit. But again, we had our weekly vertical crossover occur back on the week ending the 1st of June. So it has been a nice up movement as we have seen over the last, week and a half now. We look at our 2-day chart. We see that we now have 4 candles representing 8 days worth of nice strong up movement, price movement well above the 2-day trend line. Price percent oscillators losing a little bit of that up angle. The derivative oscillator continuing to move up like stair steps, which is a good sign. Now, we gave you some warnings yesterday about what's going on the 4-hour chart, and we've seen that start to come to fruition. Things went up in the morning, but as we look in the afternoon, things are dropping off. Derivative oscillator continuing to lose energy. Watch and see. If you stayed in through the afternoon and you're on a virtual trade right now, watch and see how the market looks in the morning around noon. You may have to pull that trade at the time. Man, you have made dollars in your virtual account going up since our jumping in point, somewhere around the 272, so 273, 274 mark, all the way up. Our high was 279.48 on our Heikin Ashi candlesticks. Now again, that is Heikin Ashi candlesticks. You want to know what those are about? We use them all the time. They are calculated differently than your typical candlestick. We have a great training at the website, like 76,000 people have listened to it. Heikin Ashi candlesticks. Please go to the website. You'll find it there under training. So we're close to a crossover. We'll see how it looks in the morning. If there is a up morning, then of course it'll bounce off that red signal line. So we'll keep our eye on it. With the derivative oscillator dropping off so much, we may see this coming to an end, at least on the 4-hour chart. We can look for it to cross back over, going up, and might have another jumping in point. So keep your eye on the prize. What do we see going on as we go from the S&P 500 to QQQ, which is, of course, the NASDAQ 100? We had a crossover going up now 3 weeks, going on 3 weeks ago on the week ending the 25th of May. And we're going into our 4th candle. And of course, the price somewhere from about the 169 or 170 point up to 175.93. So that's quite nice. Things are continuing to move up. We see the weekly chart continuing to pop up. The derivative oscillator gaining energy, price percent oscillator heading up. And as we look at the 2-day chart, what do we see? Still going up about the same angle. Derivative oscillator gaining energy. Had a bit of a pullback for the 2-day candle ending on Monday the 11th, but this latest one representing Tuesday and Wednesday, nice up movement. So we'll continue to keep our eye on things. Looks like the high 177.14. So again, we'll continue to watch this on our Heikin Ashi candlesticks. And like we said, derivative oscillator gaining energy, price percent oscillator gaining energy, looking quite nice. Let's look at the 4-hour chart, see what we see there. Now, we talked about this yesterday also, to keep your eye on things, looking a lot nicer on the Qs. Price movement still above the 2-day trend line, but getting close to it. We saw things try to cross back over going up and then immediately tap over down. So watch very closely if you have price penetration on that 2-day trend line. You do have derivative oscillator still positive. Price percent oscillator, however, is heading down. So caution urged there. Don't hesitate to take your profit if things really start to pull back. So again, we'll just continue to monitor all this. What's going on TLT 20-year bonds on the weekly chart? We had that weekly vertical crossover back on the week ending Friday the 25th, up the following week. And then over the course of the last week, things have been really losing energy. Derivative oscillator still gaining momentum, and price percent oscillator still headed up. Very strange. It's because the down movement is not nearly as much as the up movement had been in that big week for the week ending the 1st of June on 20-year bonds. So again, keep your eye on things. There are potentialities there, things that can happen positive. Look at the 2-day chart. Again, 4 down candles. We see again that the derivative oscillator is losing momentum, but still in the green. The price percent oscillator is heading down. And again, things are, I mean, if we look back, we can see a low point of 118.38 all the way back on the 7th, but of course, our close on our Heikin Ashi candlesticks for the day was 119.11. So it's one reason we're still in the positive there. We had a big drop back on the 2-day candle ending on Thursday the 7th, and then it hasn't hit that again. So just watch things. We've, of course, penetrated the 2-day trend line and can't draw another one with all that down movement. What's going on the 4-hour chart? We're seeing a lot of sideways slide. We're waiting to see if this 4-hour chart is going to cross over going up. The derivative oscillator keeps losing downward momentum. Price percent oscillator has not crossed, though. If it does, and the 2-day and the weekly are still moving up, might give you a chance to go long on TLT. So buy some for your virtual account potentially if you see that happen and everything else tells you to do so. So still an opportunity for an up move, but we'll wait and see what the charts tell us. Remember, we're trend followers. We do what the charts say. We don't forecast. If you forecast, you're likely to get eaten by the market. Now, let's lastly talk about gold. Gold had a weekly vertical crossover going down way back in mid-March, went up for a few weeks after that, and really started pegging down back on the 27th of April, and has been heading down since then, and really sort of floored out around the week ending the 25th of May, and has really been sliding sideways at that point, sort of tapping there around the 122.70 mark or so. So for the week, we have a green doji, which means lots of indecision, tending up. Price percent oscillator is losing downward momentum. Derivative oscillator, price percent oscillator still heading down. Derivative oscillator is losing downward momentum. So we'll keep our eye on things. Gold is still in a confirmed down move on the weekly. The 2-day, however, it is not anymore. So we really don't have a trade in gold at this point, with the 2-day flipping over. Derivative oscillator gaining upward momentum. Price percent oscillator has now flipped, and price has pushed through not only the 2-day trend line, it did that a few days ago, but it's also pushed through the weekly trend line going up. And as we look at the 4-hour chart, we can see that it's sort of been moving along the red signal line for quite a while now, and looks like it's now pulling away from it again. Derivative oscillators gaining a little bit of energy. Price percent oscillators headed up, and we ended the day with a big spinning top. Lots of wick on the top and bottom, and a green open box spinning top for the end of the day. Looks like a closed green spinning top in the morning. So lots of indecision tending up. No trade in gold at the moment. Folks, that's where we are. If you've not already purchased our book, we're in our 3rd printing. They are still for sale. You will see at the top right-hand corner of the screen right now a link where you can go purchase the book. There's a short video there with links in the video where you can purchase our book. You can also find links at our website, Charting Wealth, and at our YouTube channel. Please be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. We appreciate that so much. It helps us with our metrics, and you can subscribe to our daily market review and our weekly review and forecast at our website, chartingwealth.com. Absolutely free. Just put in your name, your email address. You'll get them every day the market's open. God bless, my friends. All the best from the whole team here at Charting Wealth World Headquarters.